Day 2 of the 2025 Players Era Championship and the final game of the night here from the Las Vegas Strip. Two hungry teams looking to get back in the win column here. It's the UNLV Runnin Rebels versus the number 8 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Welcome inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Wyatt, Touchet, and Whittaker, Lummus here courtside. UNLV's fresh off a loss to Maryland last night, 74-67. And Whit, you cannot look past the UNLV injuries all season long. It's been so impactful. Guys like Emmanuel Steff and Miles Shea have been out all season long, and guys have been in and out of the rotation. Nos Cunningham, Isaac Williamson, Elijah Nabelli, Jacob Benarby not going to play tonight, and you have Mason Abbotson, who's been injured but has been seen in warm-up jerseys and warm-up attire. We'll be curious to see if he has a start here tonight. But how impactful have these injuries been so far for the Runnin Rebels at 3-3 tonight?
Well, you go into the season thinking Isaac Williamson's going to be your third or fourth guard, and here in November at Players Era, he's starting for you. So it's just been an unfortunate sequence of events for the Runnin Rebels, and luckily, with stepping out, freshman Tyron Jones has taken a really step up, and I think he's going to be the key to win tonight.
And the Alabama Crimson Tide, on the other hand, have lost to Gonzaga last night, the number 12 ranked team in the country. That was a good game. Down the stretch, they just lost it 95-85. And one of the things that we want to highlight is the paint presence. They were out-rebounded 48-36, allowing 52 points in the paint. And get this, 25 second chance points off those rebounds on the offensive end for Gonzaga. They're going to look to dominate the paint tonight against UNLV.
Yeah, absolutely. As I mentioned, Tyron Jones had an absolute dog game against Memphis, 16-10. We're going to need him to be about 25-20 if we want any chance in this game. Along with Kamani Hamilton, he needs to be big and avoid those fouls.
And with that being said, a lot of the starters for Alabama are coming out as we speak. Let's start with the Crimson Tide. Who are some of the top performers you're expecting to have a big game here inside the Garden?
Well, LeBaron Fillon, the kid from Mobile, Alabama, number 0, he had 29 points against Gonzaga. And that was a really good defensive team, so expect him to really get into his groove tonight. And then for the Rebels, I have, obviously Dre Gibbs Lawhorn has been really kind of the only scoring option for the Runnin Rebels. So expect him to get in the groove. Expect a lot of threes, too.
Tyron Jones is definitely going to be a huge impact player tonight. Coach Pastor is going to have to look past at everything here with the injuries, look past the excuses, and try to get the job done tonight. How do they get it done here inside the Garden?
Well, as you mentioned, I feel like Alabama's weakness is crafty big man that can not only shoot the ball, but can pass it. And I feel like that's Tyron Jones. That's why we mentioned he has to have the best game of his career. And it's crazy that we're saying that because this freshman literally had a 16-10 game in an underdog game. So we really need him tonight.
All right, and let's take a look at the starting lineups right before tip-off here. Looking at UNLV Sky, the Scarlet and Gray starting lineup in the backcourt. Draven Gibbs Longhorn, Howie Fleming Jr., and Isaac Williamson. And in the front court, Kamani Hamilton and Tyron Jones. Two guys they're going to have to rely on tonight. Let's go to the Crimson Tide. Their starting lineup in the backcourt, LeBaron Philon, Aiden Holloway, Houston Mallett. And in the front court, Taylor Bull Bowen and Aiden Sherrill. And it's going to be an exciting one here. Very talented groups here. Very great offensive potency from both sides. It's going to be an exciting one here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Alabama, I think, will start hot. Obviously, UNLV is probably going to come out in a zone as we've gone all season. We'll see if Passner comes out in something a little different. But as we see, Tyron Jones is at the circle, and he will take the tip. So, starts right here.
Tyron Jones last night was on the tip as well, and tipping off again here tonight for the Scarlet and Gray. And adjacent with him is going to be Taylor Bull Bowen, who has been averaging 10 points a game and 4 rebounds. Tyron Jones on the air, 10 points and 7 rebounds per game. And tip-off is up here from the MGM Grand Garden Arena, and the Crimson Tide win it here first. And it's Mallett at the logo. Now to Sherrill at the left elbow, handoff, Pump fake Holloway. Down low, Sherrill with the slam.
We see Pastner come out and man, and Alabama's just too fast. Great find.
So now Alabama leads 2-0 here early. UNLV on the offensive end for the first time tonight. Gibbs Longhorn on the left side. Down low to the baseline. Hamilton backing down to the right. Pump fake, 14 on the shot clock. Kicks it back out. Gibbs Longhorn with 10 seconds to work. Guarded by Holloway. Driving, kick out Hamilton. Right corner, 5 on the shot clock. Gibbs Longhorn, deep 3. Splashes that one.
No, even that, I felt like that was a little bit of a rush shot. They get away with one right there and actually take the lead, which I don't think many people expected.
3-2 early lead here with a minute to go. Deep 3, no good from Holloway. Mallet. Phylon to Mallet again. Second chance opportunity, no good. Sherrill with the rebound, put back, missed that one. Jones on the rebound, and it's UNLV ball.
And there's where they got dominated against Gonzaga in the defensive rebound portion, so Coach Oates really making an emphasis right there.
Right hook from Fleming Jr., no good. Rebound there by Phylon. Step back 3 from Phylon, no good off the front. Projected first round pick in this upcoming draft.
Yeah, he's a dog. Only a sophomore, 6'4", 185.
Kamani Hamilton left side on the baseline. Kick out. Gibbs Longhorn again from the right wing. No good.
That would have been a momentum shifter, even though we're early in this game. Took up 4 points against a ranked team.
Holloway kicks it out. Sherrill, pump fake, driving left side, going under the hoop, and blocked by Jones. That one goes out of bounds. 18 seconds on the shot clock.
That's exactly what I love to see. Great poise from the freshman there. Falls on the pump fake, but gets back, gets the block without committing the foul, and we're going to need tenfold that tonight.
Phylon with the inbound here with 18 seconds. 18:04 on the game clock. Corner 3, Crimson Tide, no good. Fighting for the rebound, puts it back up. Phylon able to do so and regains the lead 5-3.
Alabama has open looks. They're just not hitting right now, but when you get the defensive rebound off these, when you're in a shooting slump, it's going to be a whole lot easier to put points on the board.
Just 2 minutes down. Fleming Jr. with the slam, answering that one. It's going to be a back and forth game here, early minutes in the first half. Phylon driving down the middle, kick out. Mallet 3, no good, and rebound by Jones. In transition, 2-on-1, smoke the layup as Gibbs Longhorn. In the other direction, it's the Crimson Tide.
Transition, needs to be better.
Holloway high off the glass, no good, but the put back by Sherrill. And now Alabama leads 6-5, 17 minutes and 10 seconds.
You see my words in action right there. Second chance points for Alabama, and they convert.
Williamson trying to drive left side, loses the ball, tipped away by Mallet, recovered Holloway in the front court, right corner 3, splash! Cashes that one, and Coach Pastner is going to have to take a timeout. So we're going to step aside. Alabama leads 9-5 here with just 3 minutes passed in the first half. Thanks for sticking with us here on Rebel Sportsnet. No timeout was called. Some substitutions have been made. Alabama leads 9-5 with just 3 minutes passed here in the first half. Mallet missing 4 3-pointers until Holloway able to knock down one in the right corner, giving the 4-point lead for Alabama. Loose ball, high dribble. That one poked out of bounds, and last touch by Al Green, who just substituted into the game. Turnover there for UNLV.
Going back to your last point, partner, that's a sign of a great team. When you can miss 4 threes and still be up in this game, still have the momentum, that's a sign that you're ready to go into March.
20 seconds on the shot clock on the court for Alabama. Holloway, Hanna, Allen, Jemison, and Bristow. Almost an entirely new lineup on the court except for Holloway. In the corner, pump fake, driving baseline, Euro step, misses that one. That's Jemison, gets his own rebound, pokes loose, and it's Green with the ball. Turnover there. UNLV in transition, and it's now Fleming Jr. on the left wing.
Great hands for the Rebels right there. Need those turnovers, but the most important part is turning it into transition offense.
Green backing down on the left side, kick out. Gibbs Longhorn, now over to Fleming Jr. Tyron Jones in the right corner. Dishes it off. Hamilton goes up strong and able to make the floater.
You know, we usually see Tyron try to go up with that, but the freshman realizes he has Kamani Hamilton just waiting there, and that's Alabama's weakness, so great find.
All the way from deep. Cashes that one, extending the lead now 12-7.
Uh-oh. Don't let the Tide get hot because they'll kill you from 3.
Holloway has 6 points here early in the first 5 minutes of this ball game. 2 for 2 from behind the arc. Tyron Jones on the right corner. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Kicks it out. Al Green left corner. No good, just off the front. And rebound by Bristow. He's going to take it coast to coast. Fouled on the shot by Green. And Bristow's going to go to line to shoot 2. But first, we're going to step aside here for the first media timeout. Alabama leads early, 12-7. 15:06 remains here from the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Welcome back here inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Day 2 of the 2025 Players Era Championship here live on Rebel Sportsnet. Wyatt, Touchet, Whittaker, Lummus. If you're listening to UNLV Runnin Rebel basketball, they currently trail 12-7 at the hand of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And Aiden Holloway has nailed 2 threes to get 6 points behind the arc. This season, he's averaging 30% from beyond the arc, but last season he was a sharpshooter, 41.2%. And he has been a huge help as a transfer from Auburn last season. And he's making an impact here early tonight.
Yeah, I mean, coming off the bench, he was averaging 11 points, just under 2 rebounds, and just under 2 assists. So this is a bench guy that's kind of got the promotion to starter and has really made his impact. We saw on the bench he had that potential to boom into a prospect. And he already has 6 points here, so already making his mark on this game.
And something they struggled with against Gonzaga was on the glass, and they're doing a tremendous job here tonight. Alabama out-rebounding UNLV 10-3 in just 5 minutes of play here in the first half, Whit.
Yeah, UNLV right now has 2 turnovers and only 3 rebounds, so what we talked about in the pregame, Tyron Jones and Kamani Hamilton need to do a better effort. I know it's hard after being kind of the only 2 big guys for UNLV, but they need to do whatever they can because, as you know, second chance points is basically how you win the game, and that's going to be the name of the game for them, especially since Alabama has struggled in the past with defensive rebounding.
Kean Bristow going to line for the first time tonight. Misses the first one here this season. He's averaging 60% from the line. Transferred from Tarleton State this year. And as he was named the WAC Freshman of the Year last season, he converted almost 80% of the trips he took to the line. 0 for 1 so far for tonight and 1 for 2, splitting that trip here.
This is going to be an interesting set for the Rebels. No Dre Gibbs Lawhorn, which is their primary scorer, so if they want to even be competitive in this game, someone's really going to have to make a jump that they haven't been used to this season.
Tyron Jones driving left side, flying in the air and able to lay it up and in, cutting the lead down to 4.
And if it's Tyron Jones, then so be it. We've seen it before, and we'll see it again.
Down low, Allen to Bristow, unable to go, gets his own rebound, misses it again. And rebound there by Fleming Jr.
After the made bucket, Tyron goes in the paint, gets those big arms up, and affects the play.
Al Green on the right Baseline to Hamilton, spinning J, no good, in and out. Rebound there by Allen.
That's normally Hamilton's money spot, just can't hit right here, and I think that's the theme of this game for both teams.
Hannah over to Allen for three. He drains that one. 16-9 with just 14:09 here in the first half. Alabama leads. Fleming Jr. on the left wing, sizing up, trying to drive, picks up his dribble, looking to get rid of it. Now Williamson on the left wing. 13 on the shot clock to work. Pulls up from deep, buries it, rattles it in.
Yeah, that was I wouldn't say that was a lucky one because not every shot could be a swish, but just rolls around the rim a little. That's a great starter for Isaac Williamson.
Pylon over to the corner, pump fake, kicks it out. It's Allen on the right side. Now Bristow driving, kick out to Allen, pulls it up. Behind the arc, no good. Rebound Hamilton.
And the Rebels are in this one, only down by 4 points. And I think a lot of people expected for them to, at this point.
Williamson from the right side now. He cashes that one. Back-to-back threes on back-to-back possessions.
Yeah, words in action again. Now they're only down by 1 when a lot of people expected them to probably be down by 10 or 15.
Phylon spinning Jay, able to get that one to go smooth as butter. Coach Pastor talked about it last night. It's just a matter of time till our shooting comes around. He felt like going into the season, that was a strength of theirs. We haven't seen that so far, but here tonight, they're looking pretty good. They've only shot 28.6% from behind the arc this season, but Isaac Williamson doing a good job. Fleming Jr. kicks it out to Williamson. Step back three from the left side. That one just short on the front iron.
I would have liked to seen him pass right there, in the post. Should be where this Rebels defense, or Rebels offense, lives.
Bristow drives and a foul called on Williamson inside the restricted area, and 3 Rebels coming to the scorers table. Laji Dembele, Walter Brown, and Dre Gibbs Lawhorn coming in for substitution. Right around 7 players playing tonight, so you got to make sure everyone's legs stay fresh here tonight against Alabama.
Yeah, Pastor in the closing press conference yesterday made a huge emphasis that, we're dealing with a lot of injuries, so everyone's got to stay hydrated. And even Laji, who was suffering some injuries coming into this tournament, wasn't sure he was going to play the first game. I think he got in for a little bit, but it's good to see him back, and it's good to get Tyron Jones a little bit of rest because, as we mentioned time and time again, he's got to be the key for this game.
On the court for UNLV, Williamson, Dre Gibbs, Lawhorn, Kamani Hamilton, Walter Brown, and Laji Dembele. Bristow goes the line, makes both, so he's now 3 of 4 tonight. Alabama leads 20-15. 12:28 remains here in the first half. On the court for the Crimson Tide, Phylon, Mallet, Jemison, Williamson, and Bowen. Gibbs Longhorn on the right wing, kicks it over to Williamson. Now to Hamilton on the left wing. Back to Gibbs Longhorn at the top of the key. Hamilton, left wing, no good. Rebound Phylon.
I feel like he just hasn't been the same Kamani Hamilton we saw last year at High Point, at least from the three-point line. I don't think I have seen him hit one this season.
Kamani Hamilton this season only 25%. Last season shot a total of 32.2. And a quick media timeout, 20-15, 11:55 remains here in the first half. You're listening to Running Rebel Basketball here on Rebel Sports Net. Welcome back here inside MGM Grand Garden Arena. The Crimson Tide lead by 5, 20-15 over UNLV. 11:55 remains here in the first half. And surprisingly, UNLV's been in it early in this game, and a large credit to that has been their three-point shooting, the best we've seen so far this season, shooting at a clip of 43%. They've been averaging around 28. It's been their hopeful identity coming into this season with Coach Passner, but they haven't been able to execute until now.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen obviously threes from Gibbs Lawhorn, which is expected, but we've seen some threes from other guys like, Isaac Williamson. We saw an attempted three, which is actually only his 4th attempted three on the season from Kamani Hamilton.
Malott for the three, makes his first of the night, 1 of 5 from behind the arc. And now Hamilton on the right side, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Gibbs Longhorn, no good. Fighting for the rebound, Brown able to get it. And a foul called on the ground is going to go against the Crimson Tide. Looks like it's going to be against Malott, and that's his first one of the night.
Yeah, I mean, when Laji was going for it, his eyes lit up, but they were just tugging on his jersey, so easy foul for the ref standing right there.
Inbound pass to Hamilton. Rips through, driving right side, foul, continuation, and one. Kamani Hamilton going to the line.
Man, you talk about a tone setter, a guy that's injured, hasn't been really playing all that much recently, and he comes in, gets a good, contested little lay to get the bench hype, and all of a sudden they're back in this.
Kamani Hamilton this season from the free throw line has been shooting at 71%. His first trip tonight. Looking to convert the N1 and does so, cutting the lead to 5. Alabama 23-18. Phylon over to the corner. No good. Rebound Gibbs Longhorn. Missed shot there by Malott. 1 of 6 now for tonight. Williamson left side. Backing down on the baseline. Fouled on the shot. And that's going to go against Holloway, his first personal.
Yeah, just trying to back him down there in the right short corner. And it's a good play. It's a good game plan because he has that big burly body. He's standing at 165, but he's only 6 foot. So I feel like he has that little post. And when you could not necessarily, I feel like every guard's bigger than him, but not every guard has the weight and has the skill or even practices that shot. So that's where he lives, and I'm happy with it.
Isaac Williamson knocking down his first free throw on the court for UNLV. Gibbs, Longhorn, Dembele, Hamilton, Williamson, and Brown. And for the Crimson Tide, Phylon, Holloway, Bowen, Sherrill, and Malott. Ball almost goes out of bounds by Malott. Saved there by Bowen. And Williamson splits the free throws. Alabama leads 23-19. Right corner shot, no good from Bowen. Rebound by Hamilton.
I feel like Alabama was probably just a little too rushed there, so let's see what UNLV can do here now at the advantage.
Hamilton looking to spin, almost falls, turns around and able to bust down that jumper.
I feel like when the unorthodox Kamani hits, but when he's wide open, I feel like he just tends to miss, so maybe some more unorthodox shots.
Phylon working on Brown, kicks out to Malott, and now Holloway at the logo, guarded by Gibbs Longhorn, kicks it out, 12 seconds on the shot clock. Looking to get something, bounce past Sherrill, driving, and fouled by Brown on the shot. And so Sherrill will go to line.
I'd rather that be on Walter Brown than Dembele because we're going to need Dembele. And not to say that we don't need Walter Brown, but he is I would say the backup to Tyron Jones and Dembele. And I like that because, it's a big man. You generally think that big men are not too good at free throws, and so I don't want any easy points in this game. That's how you lose, by giving up easy points and by not playing active defense. So I would say good foul there by Brown.
Coming in, Amari Allen for Phylon. Aiden Sherrill, when he was coming in as a freshman, was a 2024 McDonald's All-American, the 21st overall recruit. And it's a 3-score game. He was only 66 from the line. Unable to capitalize both free throws there. Gibbs Longhorn, missed floater, and rebound by Holloway.
Yeah, Dembele just gets that big right hand up, just can't.
Malott from the left corner, buries it. splashes that one, extends the lead back to 6.
And Pastor touched on this even on the start of the season. We want to be the Runnin' Rebels. That means getting back on transition D, and I feel like they just haven't done up to the Runnin' Rebels par tonight.
Well, think about it. We've talked about this all season long. The injuries impact all these things, and part of it is we're seeing at the beginning of the season, these guys may not be as conditioned. Blocked there by Sherrill, and rebounded there by Sherrill as well in transition, Alabama, and Bowen on the left side. But you take a look at this squad, it looks like they're trying to save their legs for the second half. Malott again for 3. No good. Ball tipped out of bounds. And it's UNLV ball.
You know, if it's going to be anyone, it's got to be the guards that set the pace. If Kamani Hamilton and Dembele don't want to kind of get in the post and get dirty, it starts with Gibbs Lawhorn. It starts with Isaac Williamson. And so we see there Gibbs Lawhorn's going to do anything to get another possession because he knows every possession counts at a game like this.
And so now substitutions on the court for UNLV. Hamilton, Fleming Jr., Jones, Green, and Brown. And for Alabama, Holloway, Hanna, Allen, Bowen, and Bristow. Fleming Jr. here with 9 minutes to go. Now Hamilton at the top of the key. Hand off to Green on the right side. Gets it over to Brown on the left corner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They trail by 6. Less than 9 minutes to go. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Brown, right wing. No good. Rebound, UNLV. That's Fleming Jr. Ball ripped from him. Going the other way. Good hands there by Hanna.
I was saying in my line, kick it, kick it, kick it. And he tried to kick it to Walter Brown. Just 2 Alabama defenders, and they're just too long.
And a foul on the other side by Walter Brown. That's Amari Allen. He's going to go line and shoot too. UNLV's been doing a good job so far not turning the ball over, but that was one where you had a second chance opportunity and you're just not able to capitalize.
Yeah, I mean, these 2 teams are coached by great coaches, obviously Josh Pastor and Nate Oates. And so only 4 turnovers in the game for both teams. So I feel like this has been a very disciplined play of basketball, and obviously, as you can tell, that's how you win basketball games, by not turning the ball over and by capitalizing off your opponent's mistakes.
We'll take a look at Alabama's coach, Nate Oates. It's his 7th season with the Tide, and he's taken them to multiple tourneys here. Coming inside the locker room is Davion Hanna. Hopefully he'll be okay and potentially return, but taking a look at it, Coach Oates, their tournament results: 2021 Sweet 16, 2022 they got knocked out in the first round, but a couple years after that, Sweet 16, Final Four, and Elite 8 in the last 3 years, and they have made a great culture under head coach Nick Oates. Walter Brown with the spinning move, left-hand finish, cutting lead back to 6.
Yeah, they've had some great talent: Brandon Miller, Mark Sears, Grant Nelson. So Nate definitely knows how to coach them.
Now at the top of the key, Holloway blocked, going the other direction, stolen by Brown, bounce pass, Green, left side, off the glass and in.
That's exactly what you want from your bench. Make the plays on defense and give the ball away to the people who make the plays normally.
Jemison driving left side, gets through the defense and able to make the basket.
That was fluid right there. Gibbs Lawhorn trying to take the charge, and he just euros around him. Fluid motion for Alabama.
Less than 8 minutes to go. 31-25. Alabama leads. Blocked by Bristow. Fleming Jr. is denied. Now Bowen on the other side gives it up to Allen on the left wing. Now Bowen driving, working on Brown. The 3rd foul and 1. And on the other side, Bowen will come to line to look to convert it. That's Brown's 3rd personal. Alabama leads 33-25 here from the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Welcome back here at the Players Era Tournament. You're listening to UNLV Runnin Rebel Basketball here on Rebel Sportsnet, courtside inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Wyatt, Touchet, Whittaker, Lummus. UNLV trails by 8. The largest lead for Alabama tonight, 33-25, and 7:20 remains. And we're fresh off Bowen getting an and one layup, and he's going to go to the line and shoot one.
I would say, Alabama's doing a good job at defensive rebounds. We've seen them struggle against Purdue, obviously with Braden Smith and with their crafty big men, and then we saw them struggle against Jay Huff and Ike yesterday against Gonzaga. So I think Oates and his coaching staff have done a really good job at adjusting this team to, and maybe that's just the lack of big men for UNLV talking, but I feel like they've done a very good adjustment to fix the problems they have.
Now coming onto the court is Williamson for Bowen. Additionally, Bristow, Jemison, Allen, and Holloway on the court for the Tide. And for UNLV, Gibbs, Longhorn, Hamilton, Fleming Jr., Jones, and Williamson. 7:10 to go here in the first half. Jones on the right side. Kicks it out. Hamilton for three. No good off the back iron. Williamson fighting for the rebound, but Allen comes down with it.
Just his 5th attempt at one, and now he's 1 for 5.
Allen spinning, loses the ball, going too fast. Tyron Jones recovers and gives the ball up to Williamson. Now less than 7 minutes to go. Alabama with a 9-point lead, 35-25. Gibbs Longhorn on the right side, over to Fleming Jr. Pump fake, jab step, driving to the middle, pump fake again. Looking to kick it out, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gibbs Longhorn, deep three, no good. And a rebound on the floor, fighting for it. And it's going to go against Kamani Hamilton for UNLV, holding Amari Allen.
You think Tyron Jones, being the tallest player on UNLV, would have the most rebounds, but it's actually Howie Fleming. He has 3 rebounds already, just showing that initiative to get into the post, get his hands in there, and come up with a little bit of these rebounds.
Howie Fleming Jr., the 6'5", 210-pound redshirt senior transfer from Texas Rio Grande Valley. Been making a pretty good impact for this squad so far. Through 6 games, 10 points per game, and almost 7 rebounds on top of that. As Allen goes to the line in a 1-on-1 situation, makes the first, so he gets a second. It is currently a 10-point lead, the largest of the night. Allen's second free throw up, no good. 6.5 minutes to go here. Ball tipped out of bounds, but it is in favor of UNLV.
I know Nate Oates, you're leaving 3 points on the board. I feel like every time Alabama goes to the line, they either miss their first free throw or they miss the second. It's great for UNLV, but when you're a ranked team in the nation and going against other ranked team in the nation like Gonzaga, it's these little things that kill you, like the second missed free throw, like the transition take fouls.
Gibbs Longhorn from the right side, no good from behind the arc. Philon Jr. with the rebound. He comes back in for Amari Allen after the split free throws there. Still 35-25, 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Holloway left side, driving, kick out. Philon down low, back to Allen. One more pass. Williamson driving on the left baseline. Holloway, 10 seconds. Philon straight on. No good. Rebound Williamson, second chance opportunity. Kicks it out. Philon on the right corner.
They're just running plays for Philon here, and it's working.
Behind the back, floater up and in through the contact. And he's letting Isaac Williamson know he's like that.
Yeah, well, I can tell you right now, he is like that. We're going to see this man in the NBA very soon.
Williamson, no good from behind the arc. Rebound Jones. Kicks it out to Gibbs Longhorn, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Second chance opportunity. Pump fake, floater, no good. Jones tips it out. Hamilton slams it down on Williamson with authority.
Tyron Jones, literally, and all credit for Kamani Hamilton for being ready, but gets his own rebound off his own missed shot, and that's exactly what you need to get the bench going and to even get in this game.
Holloway spinning missed shot. Williamson fighting for the ball, ends up on the ground, and it's a jump ball here. We're waiting to see where the possession arrow favors, and it looks like it's going to be UNLV ball.
Yeah, Hamilton's just a lurking monster right there. Tyron Jones does all the dirty work, and Kamani Hamilton just sitting on that right block, and both bigs are down in the post under the basket, so he's an easy lay. That's probably going to be his easiest basket tonight.
Multiple substitutions for Alabama on the court for the Tide. Phylon, Hannah, Allen, Jemison, and Sherelle. And the same 5 out there for UNLV. Gibbs Longhorn from deep, no good, but a foul on Allen. A loose ball foul as Hamilton was trying to grab the rebound. And that's going to be Allen's first personal.
I mean, yeah, Hamilton, I like it. He's under the basket. He's not even trying to swat the ball anymore. He's trying to go up with 2 hands and secure the rebound. That's what he should have been doing, and I'm glad he made the adjustment.
Alabama with a 10-point lead, 37-27. 4:35 remains here in the first half. Fleming Jr. driving, losing his balance, able to regather. 10 seconds, kicks it out. Hamilton over to Jones on the left corner. 7 seconds to work. Gibbs Longhorn now has it. 3 to shoot. Driving, loses the ball. Turnover, and recovered by Hannah.
The ticking clock.
In transition, the shot by Jemison, no good, but fouled there. And it's good to see Davion Hannah back as he had taken a trip to the locker room to get examined. Back on the court for the Tide.
Yeah, these are the plays that you don't realize that they're that big in the moment, but Gibbs Longhorn has been doing a lot tonight. He's currently 1 for 8 from the field. It was 2 seconds left. Jones didn't want to pull it, so he had to make something move, and the paint was clogged, and so he just loses it, and that turns into transition offense for the Tide, and it's going to be easy because they're one of the best in the country at that.
And Jemison at the line, fouled by Green. That's Green's second personal. Jemison missed the first free throw. Second free throw is good. Splits the trip there, and Bowen comes in for Jemison. On the court for UNLV, Hamilton, Fleming Jr., Jones, Green, and Williamson. And for Alabama, Phylon, Hannah, Allen, Bowen, and Sherelle. Williamson now coming in for Sherelle, a late substitution, but able to get into the game here.
Yeah, Gibbs Longhorn taking a seat. Obviously 1 for 8. Just not his night so far. Can he turn it in the second half? Well, that's a story for later. Right now, it has to fall on the backs of the veterans like Kamani Hamilton.
Tyron Jones spinning, kicks it out to Green on the left corner. Looking to drive on the baseline. Pass deflected, recovered by Fleming Jr. Kick out, Green, left corner, splash!
You don't want to leave him open. As soon as he kicked it and the double came, I was like, oh, this is butter.
Cuts the lead to 8. 3-point attempt from Allen. He answers right back, extending the lead to 11.
That's just not something you want to see. You get a good momentum swing for the Rebels there, and just gets answered back. That's a soul crusher.
Fleming Jr. tried to skip it over to Green. Not on the same page. That's a turnover for UNLV, and that's going to take us to a timeout. 41-30, Alabama leads with 3:28 remaining here in the first half. Welcome back here inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Alabama leads 41-30 over UNLV. 3:28 remains here on Rebel Sports Net. Wyatt, Touchet, and Whittaker Lummus courtside. This is a game where we thought it would be a blowout a lot quicker just because the level of competition that Alabama has played this season. 4 games that they've played against AP Polls top 15, and they've won 2 of them, so they've gone 50% against really competitive teams this season, really talented teams. So we have an idea what this team is made of, and they currently lead by 11 here.
Yeah, only lost by 7 at home to Purdue, and then played St. John's, which is also in this tournament, and won that game 103-96. So this team has a lot of experience going against high-caliber teams.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Allen to Bowen in the right corner. 7 seconds to work. Pulls it back, loses the ball. Williamson hits the deck. Bowen taking flight and fouled with 1.6 seconds on the shot clock by Kamani Hamilton. And he's had issues fouling all season long. That's his 3rd personal.
Yeah, third personal with 3 minutes left in the first half, especially when you don't have Barnaby, you don't have Stephen, and it's just, so it's going to be, and if he even goes out, he has, two more fouls until he's fouled out, and then the big dogs eat, as they say, or in this case the big elephants eat for the Tide, and I think that's where we'll see the shift. But as long as he stays here, I know Pastner likes to not save guys, but mentioned after UT Martin that maybe Kamani is the exception. Maybe we'll take him out after 3 fouls.
Bowen this season 80% from the line, makes both there, so he's a perfect 3 for 3 tonight, extending the lead to the largest 13-point, 43-30, Alabama ahead with under 3 minutes to go. Williamson on the right wing, skips it over, long pass to Gibbs Longhorn, gives it back to Williamson. He drives, gives it off to Jones, off the glass, no good, but fouled on the ground, on the shot, and it's going to go against Bowen.
You know, when Tyron Jones, the reason I put so much emphasis on him is because first game against UT Martin, only shot 1 shot, then shot 4 shots, 7 shots. So it's just this gradual improvement, and that is so impressive to see from a young freshman, because when he shot 10 shots, UNLV, I feel like, kind of upset, even though they were favored in the eyes of Vegas. I feel like in the eyes of the basketball world that, hey, St. Joe's is a really good program. And so, you know, when he has 10 shots, it seems that we're on the right side of winning. So I like it right here. And he's also, I think, 5 for 11 on the season from the free throw line. So just a little more time in the gym, and he'll be a really good player.
Tyron Jones misses both free throws. He's been over 50% in the season, 51.6 to be exact. He's one of 3 players local to Las Vegas, but he attended Layton Christian Academy up in Layton, Utah. He did sign under the previous regime with Kruger in November, but chose to stay here over New Mexico, Santa Clara, and UC Santa Barbara. In the last few games stretch, he has been a crucial part considering the injuries and the foul troubles this squad has faced. Missed shot by Alabama. Williamson forces a full court pass, and that one goes out of bounds. Fortunately, the referees say it's tipped out by the Tide, and it stays here with UNLV.
Good effort by the freshman Isaac Williamson there, but then he does a freshman move and he throws a full court pass to Howie Fleming, and I don't know if he thinks he's Brett Favre or Joe Montana, but lucky to get that one back for the Rebels.
Definitely Brett Favre mentality, the gunslinger. Spinning J is good from Fleming Jr., cutting the lead to 11. Now Holloway, floater is good.
That just looks so easy. No defense at all, and it was pure butter through the net.
Fleming Jr. spinning, fouled on the ground by Bowen, and this is his first personal. Alabama has 5 team fouls so far, so we're going to go to the baseline. Clock stays at 23 seconds on the shot clock. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
You know, we talk about so many foreign players making their way not only to the NBA, but now to college basketball. Bowen is originally from Egypt, and then obviously came over to the States for college basketball. And so a lot of foreign players making their mark on college basketball.
It is a global game. Green from deep misses it. Holloway with the rebound. 90 seconds to go here. Bowen driving, taking flight. Has to adjust his shot because of Tyron Jones, but still makes it, extending the lead to 15.
Giraffe versus giraffe, and Bowen wins that one.
Williamson on the other end, floater, no good, but fouled by Holloway. And a visceral reaction from the Alabama bench. That is going to be his second personal foul.
Yeah, Isaac, he's been kid from Moreno Valley, California. I feel like he's been one of the better free throw shooting people for the Rebels, and as I mentioned, they didn't even expect him to be playing this much. They expected Miles Shea to be good, and then actually the former Alabama kid, Nas Cunningham, to be in here, but both have fallen due to injury, and so on the year coming into this game, Williamson is 8 for 13 from the line, so a little bit of a bright spot for the line for the Rebels.
Williamson misses the first free throw there. Laji Dembele taking a second to speak with him just to tell the young freshman to just breathe and be able to focus and lock in. We saw a couple games ago against St. Joe's him getting a technical foul after a made shot, and Coach Josh Pastner talking to him and spoke with us post-game about just making sure, because he's so young, he has this hot streak, he's doing well, but ends up making an emotional decision that costs the team, and reminding him it's bigger than you.
Yeah.
1 minute to go here in the first half. Alabama leads 47-33. Malott passes stolen by Fleming Jr., but fouled by Williamson.
You know, it's funny you bring up the technical foul, because just like Pastner said to Williamson, the next game Pastner actually got a technical himself, and so he just was super calm about it in the press conference, not wanting to comment too much. Can't avoid that fine, and of course that would be stacked up with all the injuries. That just would not be good. But will we see a third technical foul this game in a row? I think that would probably be a school record of some sort. So I hope it doesn't happen, but that's just something to look out for.
We'll definitely have to look that one up at halftime. But to Coach Pastner's credit, he was slamming his hand into the scores table at frustration at Kamani Hamilton's foul, not the call at the referee. Referee didn't buy it, so he gave him a technical foul. Both free throws good. 49-33. Alabama leads by 16. Less than a minute to go. Tyron Jones left wing. Dembele now hand off to Williamson. Cutting. Jones loses the ball. Passes it. Williamson deep. Right wing splash.
Oh my gosh, that had my heartbeat up and down. Tyron almost stepped out on the right, gets the good pass, almost stepped out again, and then Williamson to end the job and put the Rebels within 13.
About 10 seconds between shot and game clock. 25 seconds remain. Sherrill down low, kicks it out. Allen driving, Jamison. And a foul is called on UNLV. And they are in the double bonus, so Jamison will go to line and shoot two.
It's just kind of pick your poison with this Alabama team. They thought they were probably going to play in the post mostly. They come out and splash a couple of threes in your face, so now you got to step up on that. And then they play in the post. So it's like, do I guard? Do I play a 2-3? Do I play a 3-2? It's like, just kind of pick your poison. And I think that's what UNLV has been trying to figure out, and hopefully they could talk about that at halftime.
Well, some of the things they've struggled with all season, we've mentioned it time and time again, and we've almost exhausted it to a point tonight, but they have 11 team fouls tonight to Alabama's 7, and it's allowed the Crimson Tide to get to the line after this free throw here 19 times, and they've been able to convert on 78% of those.
Yeah, you could win games like the UT Martin game where you're just going foul for foul at that point. But when you play a high-caliber team that's within the top 25 of the AP poll, it's going to be hard to win and even be close in the game if you have a bunch of turnovers and a bunch of fouls.
Last shot here for UNLV. 6 on the shot clock. Williamson on the right side. Gonna drive. Pulls it back. Three-pointer. No good. Jones tries to rebound and put it back up, and the time expires. Alabama goes into halftime with a 15-point lead, scores 51-36 here from the MGM Grand Garden Arena. This is the final game of day 2 here for the Players Era Championship Tournament. Welcome back here in Las Vegas, Sin City, the sports and entertainment capital of the world. Here inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena, day 2 of the Players Era Championship between the UNLV Runnin Rebels and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama leads by 15 at half, 51-36 here live courtside. Wyatt, Touchet, and Whittaker, Lummus. There's so many different statistical categories that Alabama is leading. The one that sticks out most is they have been leading for almost 18 minutes of the 20 minutes of the first half, and there's just so much to go on of here. Where do you begin?
Yeah, as you mentioned, there's a lot, but I begin with the fouls, honestly. I mean, UNLV is 3 for 7 from the field, and Alabama is 15 for 19. Anytime you allow the other team to shoot 19 free throws, it's going to be a very hard game to win. And obviously, they're have 5 turnovers to only Alabama's 4, and that might only seem by 1, but like, this team's supposed to be a disciplined team that's good on transition D. And of course, we're speaking in theory here. Good at transition D and not giving the ball away. And so when you just, I feel like this has been a theme all season, and I don't know what you can chalk it up to, because, like, do you really think that if you have all your guys healthy that Kamani wouldn't pick up 3 fouls in the first half, that Tyron Jones wouldn't be, or would be less aggressive? And I just don't think that's the case. So it's like, I think that's just who this team is. And like I said, anytime you give the team 19 chances at the free throw line, those are free points, especially for a high caliber team like Alabama, who's going to hit those free throws.
Kamani Hamilton and Walter Brown in foul trouble, both with 3. Leading the way for the Rebels, Isaac Williamson, 11 points, 3 of 6 from the field, all 3 points coming from the three-point line, and 2 of them, are coming from the free throw line as well. And on the other side for the Crimson Tide, pretty even on the way out. Aiden Holloway, 8 points, Amari Allen, 9. And the Tide will start with the ball here to begin the second half. Sherrell to Malott for 3. Splash to begin the second half.
If you're UNLV, obviously you hate to see that. Not how you want to start your game. You want to start your game on a high note.
Hamilton kick out to Fleming Jr. He answers right back from the left corner.
And so you see how different this would be if Alabama missed that 3. Then you have momentum going the other way. But exactly, they're just not. Alabama is just matching their shot.
Holloway step through floater is good. Fleming Jr. on the other side. On the court for UNLV, Gibbs, Longhorn, Hamilton, Fleming Jr., Jones, and Williamson. Gibbs, Longhorn misses that layup. Rebound there by Bowen. Fouled on the other side. Williamson trying to steal it, but hits Holloway into the crowd, front row.
Longhorn, that makes him 1 for 9, and just an uncharacteristic performance from him. And maybe I don't think it's because of the high caliber competition. This is a guy who played a 6-man role for a stacked Illinois team last year, who made the tournament and was really good. So he has experience playing these high caliber teams, but it's just not his night. 1 for 9, and given that he was the primary hub of this offense, no wonder UNLV's down right now.
And he's been shooting well, pretty decent throughout this season so far, 42% from the field. Turnover there from Holloway to Malott. On the other side, the lob, able to come down with it, Jones, but misses the layup. Rebound by Sherrell on the court for Alabama. Phylon, Holloway, Bowen, Sherrell, and Malott. And Holloway, through contact, makes the shot off the glass. What a take.
It's just Kamani and Tyron, we're not on the same page, or then the Alabama gets a lucky bounce, goes into the rim.
Now a 19-point lead, cut that down to 17 from the floater from Williamson. Holloway drops Gibbs Longhorn, a little extension from his offhand, but a foul called on the ground by Tyron Jones. That's his first personal.
You know, given that he is the big of this team and that Alabama is so much larger than UNLV, the fact that this kid is a true freshman, he just picked up his first foul, given that he has been playing down in the block, Very impressive.
Amari Allen coming in for LeBaron Philon, substituting in. And a foul called on the ground on the inbound. And it's on Fleming Jr. It's his second personal. His first personal, excuse me.
Yep. Add another one to the list. Who's going to get their third next?
Alabama able to get the inbound in. Holloway cuts the lane, kicks it out. Malott to Allen to Bowen. Now 10 seconds to work. Holloway guarded by Gibbs. Longhorn looking to drive. Switching around. Three-pointer Malott. No good. Rebound, second chance opportunity. Allen on the opposite side. Up and in.
Just nobody helps them. Isaac Williamson's trying to box out for it in the right block there, but the defender makes a swim move on him. Little football move there, and then just gets the rebound.
Williamson doubled down low. Foul called. And it's going to be against Bowen. His second personal. And it's the team first of the half. Just around 2.5 minutes have gone here in the second half. Hamilton gets the inbound pass. Pump fake going up. Loses the ball. Passes it over to Fleming Jr. Williamson from the right corner. No good. Rebound Holloway.
Kamani always gets in that block, and he just tries to pump fake when I'd rather just let him go up with the ball. I'm just not seeing what I want from the Rebels offense right here.
And it looks like they're just coming out really slow, kind of head down, like they're already down going into half by 15. They're down by 19, currently 60-41 Alabama leads. You still have 17 minutes to play. You could make something happen. I understand this is the number 8 team in the country, but it just feels like the morale is down, the energy is low. I understand also, too, it's 10:15 local time, so 1:15 Eastern time. Three-pointer made by Malott. But it just doesn't seem like that's a good excuse for this Runnin' Rebel team.
And a lucky bounce there from Dre, like little one-legged fadeaway. Didn't particularly like that, but like we said, it's the unorthodox shots that count there. One from Kamani, now one from Gibbs.
Philon coming in, Williamson and Bristow coming out. Sherrell, Holloway, Bowen, and Malott. Davion Hanna also coming in as well. And Allen will inbound the ball for Alabama. Currently a 20-point game in favor of Alabama, 63-43. Less than 17 minutes to go here in the second half. Philon gets the screen from Williamson, right side, bounce pass, one more pass, deflected out of bounds by Fleming Jr., able to get his hands in the lane.
Man, he has been the bright spot for this team this game. As we mentioned, multiple rebounds on the day. I believe he's still leading the team with the rebounds and just gets the deflection right there and gets another deflection. I mean, this guy is all over the floor. He's playing like it's 0-0. And if I'm Josh Pastner, that's exactly what I want to see from Fleming.
Philon to Bristow, right corner, no good. Rebound Dembele. Gibbs Longhorn pushes it up to Williamson on the left side. Going up for the lob. Hamilton able to finish it.
Yeah, another unorthodox one. I mean, Kamani's there doubled, and he just throws the lob.
Hamilton has 11 on the night. Foul call there. That's going to go against UNLV, and Philon shaken up on his wrist, looks like, from here.
You know what's very unfortunate is that Nas Cunningham obviously transferred from Alabama to UNLV, and this was his, I wouldn't say revenge game, but this was his, come back to Alabama and show them what I've done. But unfortunately, out due to injury, could we see Mason Abitan tonight, given if this league grows?
Philon misses the first free throw there. And it will be interesting because Mason Abitan, since the St. Joe's game and even the Memphis game, had his warm-ups on, but has yet to see any play. The true freshman hailing from Coronado. You did a nice little feature story on him for Rebel Report on our version of SportsCenter, essentially, on campus. And one for Gibbs Longhorn, absorbing the contact, putting it up and in. Great take there. Let's go back to Abington. You had a great story talking with him, family members and people that are close to his corner. What do you know about Abington that maybe the general fan wouldn't know?
Mason, he's a obviously really nice guy. He's not very much of a vocal leader at Coronado. He's kind of like the Stephen Curry type where he leads by example. He's a big faith guy. If you go to the church around UNLV, I'm sure you'll see him there. And so Mason's just a great guy in general. And due to our 5-minute time constraint, I couldn't really delve deep into the story about Mason and his high school journey. So watch out for a longer piece on him coming to the YouTube very shortly.
Jemison gets an and one of his own. Gibbs Longhorn did convert the free throw on the other end. And Jemison fouled on this side by Dembele. That's his third personal. And so Jemison going to the line, attempting his 5th free throw of the night. So far, 3 of 4 from the line. 5th free throw up and good. Extends the lead back to 18. Alabama 66, UNLV 48. Just 4 minutes has passed here in the second half. Williamson now on the left wing. Driving, guarded by Jemison, up and under, able to connect off the glass left side.
Good little scoop move there by the freshman. All right, you got my attention.
Allen bounce pass, Williamson, right side, stolen by Gibbs Longhorn. Now a transition opportunity, going at one-on-one, floater's good.
And that's what we've been missing. You feel like UNLV has forced a lot of turnovers in these early games, against UT Martin, Chattanooga, Montana. These couple first games, they've been known for, obviously transition and forcing turnovers. Right there, we get a little look into what won them that Memphis game.
Spinning layup good by Allen, guarded by Fleming Jr., giving him a good deal of defensive pressure down low, but not enough as Allen comes out on top. Hamilton, the other side, the underhand shot, no good, and it's Alabama ball.
Did not like that shot, whatever, at all, but that's Hamilton's game, so you kind of just got to brush it off and go again.
Allen for 3, Jemison, with the rebound, loses the ball, though, stripped away. UNLV has it. Williamson forces a shot over Williamson and unable to do so. Ball thrown out of bounds by Alabama.
Yeah, and Dre in the block there. 3 UNLV Rebels right there, and Dre just swipes at the ball once, not twice, but 3 times. Finally gets the steal, and then Williamson, I feel like, was like, okay, nobody can hit the bottom of the bucket right now. I think I'm going to try to do that. So he just drives on 3 defenders and obviously turns the ball over, and so I think he's going to get a stern talking to in that bench, not only from the veterans, but from Pastner as well.
Isaac Williamson trying to get a shot over Alabama's Noah Williamson. 68-52, 14:31 remains here in the second half, live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Thanks for sticking with us here on Rebel Sports Net, live from the Players Era Championship inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Wyatt, Touchet, Whittaker, Lummus, Alabama leads by 16, 68-52, 14:30 remains here in the second half. On the court for the Runnin' Rebels, Gibbs, Longhorn, Dembele, Hamilton, Fleming Jr., and Williamson. And for Alabama, Philon, Holloway, Bowen, Sherrill, and Malott. Dembele, deep shot, no good. Rebound, Hamilton, second chance effort is good.
And I wish you guys could have seen that one, because Hamilton has this weird thing where he just like, it's like the hand of a mighty being, because he just comes up and that big paw he just grabs it with one hand. It's one of the weirdest rebounds, but hey, if it works, it works.
Holloway with a deep three to answer the putback from Hamilton. Now 71-54, 17-point lead for the Tide. Gibbs, Longhorn, bounce pass to Dembele, loses the ball in the paint, recovered Williamson, diving effort. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Fleming Jr. over to Dembele. Williamson with 4, has to get something here late. Fadeaway 3, no good. Fighting for the rebound, it's off of Hamilton, and it'll be Alabama ball.
Good effort. I mean, Williamson going with a little bit of a Damian Lillard impression there. Step back 3 from the right wing. Sorry, Blazers fans. Unfortunately, this wasn't Paul George this time or Damian Lillard, so misses that one. I believe it was an air ball, and so Alabama ball.
Dembele comes out. Jones comes in for the Runnin' Rebels. 71-54, 13-15 remains here in the second half. Alabama with a commanding 17-point lead. Philon misses the floater. Rebound, Gibbs, Longhorn. Pushes it up. Tipped pass by Malott. Philon has it. 3-on-2. Bounce pass. Malott right side. Misses it. Tips it back out. Sherrill now to Philon. Bowen left wing corner. Left wing three-pointer. No good. Hamilton now in transition with the rebound. Williamson left side. Backing down Philon. Shot up right side. Reverse no good. Rebound Sherrill.
Yeah, I mean, Gibbs Longhorn has the pace. I mean, gets the ball. He has the speed. And just tries to do a one-handed pass into the heart of that Alabama defense, and it just doesn't work.
And Sherrill with the slam over Jones, extending the lead now to 19.
Wow.
Fleming Jr. to Hamilton on the right block. Left block, blocked by Sherrill, and gives the ball up to Philon in transition. He's driving, taking flight, and the underhand layup is good. Jellying his way to the timeout. 12-10 remains here in the second half. Alabama with a commanding 20.1 lead. Welcome back here from the sports capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. Alabama leads by 21, 75-54 over UNLV. And just a few minutes of a drive from their backyard from the Thomas and Mack Center. The Running Rebels are struggling tonight, and a large portion of that has been the injuries, but they just look a little lethargic in the final game of day 2 here at the Players Era Championship.
Yeah, we were talking about this during the break that Alabama's likely to sit Phylon only at 8 points tonight, but I mean they're up by what, 21? There's 12 minutes left. I mean, but the suckiest thing about that, I don't even know if that's a word, suckiest, but I'm gonna use it anyway.
Buddy Delph does. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. But the thing about that is UNLV playing a 7-man rotation can't sit any of their starters because they simply don't have the people to sit their starters. So expect the whole UNLV strength to go against Alabama's bench.
A 30-second timeout here by UNLV. We're going to stay here. 12 minutes to go, 75-54. This upcoming week, a lot of action happening tomorrow. The UNLV Thanksgiving tip-off for the Lady Rebels. They start at 12:30 against Creighton. And then Thursday, UNLV plays Rutgers at the Michelob Ultra Arena for this tournament very well at 1:30. We will have coverage on that as well. And then Friday, the women's team is back for the Thanksgiving tip-off. They play against Northern Iowa. And then finally, to cap off the week for UNLV sports, the UNLV football team goes on the road against interstate rival, the team up north. We don't say their names during this week, but all I know is the Fremont Cannon has been red since I've been a freshman, so the last 3 years, and I have a gut feeling it's going to remain that same color for years to come, including this Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Calandria, just the fact, he's just so good. I mean, this man transferred in for Virginia, which is also ranked, by the way. Mutual sides for both teams. UNLV got better, and then Virginia got better. And so just a really good transaction for both. And he's just been playing out of his mind, and I don't think he gets the recognition he deserves, because without that, you don't have all-American Ricky White anymore. It has to be Anthony Calandria, and on the legs. And to even think that, I mean, Alex Orji got hurt a couple games in the season. That 1-2 punch, I think the Rebels would be sitting at probably just one loss. Unfortunately, it probably still would be to Boise State. It hurts saying their name right now as a UNLV fan, so I think it would be a lot different for football if they had Orji.
Well, currently they stand second, tied with several other teams: Fresno State, Boise State, New Mexico, and Anthony Calandria on the season. Over 2,700 passing yards. He has just been electric. 21 passing touchdowns as well. I mean, he can do it on the ground. He can do it through the air. He is just phenomenal. And, man, he's been the superhero, the MVP of the season, if you will. And the Runnin' Rebels are looking to find someone of similar caliber. Ball thrown away by Fleming Jr. Bowen with the steal on going the other direction.
Yeah, just good defense from Alabama. That's all about, you could chalk it up to. There's been so many things that go wrong in this game, and there's another one.
Phylon step back three, no good. Rebound Green.
Surprised to see him in this game, honestly. Up 20, but hey, he wants to. He has hoop dreams, so he needs the stats to do that. So here he is in the game, but he should be taken out, I think, pretty soon. There is still a lot of time left in this game, 11:29, and so maybe we'll see him get taken out probably about the 8-minute mark. It would be my guess.
Brown with the inbound here. Tipped up in the air by Phylon. Gibbs Longhorn able to grab the ball on the right corner. Passes it to Brown in the paint. Kick out to Green. Looking, driving. Floater up and off the glass and in.
Yeah, Al Green has been a real bright spot of the season, really. I mean, 3-point merchant, as we mentioned, Mason Abaton, who is supposed to be this 3-point merchant of the team. sharpshooter right here from Las Vegas, but I mean Al Green, kid from Sacramento, has kind of taken on that role, and so transferred from Louisiana Tech, and he is shooting, I believe, hold on while I find the stats. Sorry, guys. He's shooting very good from the free throw line. You know, sometimes you just can't find the stat, and sometimes you just can't make the shots. And I think that's both what's happening to the UNLV student broadcasters and the Runnin Rebels.
Phylon's pass is intercepted, turned around, and then Green carries the ball, tries to pass it, loses it, changes his mind, and then picks up the dribble to dribble again. And that's a turnover there for UNLV. Ugly play there, a little sequence. Alabama leads 75-56, 10:55 remain here in the second half.
And with that, we're just one turnover away from losing this turnover battle. 8 turnovers so far, so not a lot considering, you know, the caliber of Alabama. I mean, in a game filled with negatives, I feel like that's a positive as Pastner challenges this one.
Coach Pastner challenges the call on the court. Jones blocks Malot's shot, but it's ruled on the court. Interference.
Can we just talk about this gauntlet of a schedule that UNLV had? I mean, they played at Memphis, and then they play, obviously, here in the Players Era Tournament against Maryland, Alabama, and then on Thursday playing against Rutgers, and then after that, they go on the road to Stanford. So, obviously, high hopes for this team coming into the season. They thought they were going to be fully healthy, and I think they could have really made a statement with a couple of those wins.
The challenge by Coach Pastner is unsuccessful. It is goaltending. That was the word I was looking for by Tyron Jones. So the bucket will count from a lot, and Alabama leads 77-56. Malott with 14 points on the night. 16 now. And we take a look at who's been leading the way alongside Malott. 15 points for Aiden Holloway and 13 for Amari Allen. The future first rounder, LeBaron Phylon, only 8 points, 4 of 8 from the field, but he's been able to assist 4 times and collect 4 rebounds. Gibbs Longhorn for 3 and makes that one.
Yeah, that makes him 2 for 7 from 3 so far, and kind of picked it up 5 for 13 with 13 points.
Phylon to Malott, back to Phylon, 15 on the shot clock. Picks up his dribble at the nail. Williamson over. Now Malott, 10 seconds to work. Looking to pass. Gets a screen. Williamson left side. 4 on the shot clock. Crossover. Shot. Fouled. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go against Gibbs Longhorn. And that's his second personal.
You know, as we see the record there, trying to set a new era in the Josh Pastner. I feel like UNLV has been right there in the middle of the pack, made the NIT in 2023, but that's the last kind of, I would say, tournament that this
postseason appearance, yeah.
Yes, appearance for the team, and so they're trying to just get back to not only the NIT, but to the tournament. It's been a while, and I hope Josh can lead the Runnin Rebels there. Very nice person, very nice coach, and let's see if he can do it.
Noah Williamson knocks down both free throws. He was 0 for 1 coming into tonight and had not made any. He makes 2 here for the first time this season. Transferred from Bucknell this year, the senior transfer. He was named the 2025 Patriot League Player of the Year.
Kamani Hamilton just missed a floater with the right hand there.
Good addition to 7-footer. Corner 3 from Jemison. Makes it. And now Alabama leads 82-59. 9.5 minutes remain. Loose ball here for UNLV's offensive side, recovered by Gibbs Longhorn. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Driving right side, gets it up but unable to go. Foul called on the ground, likely on Williamson against Tyron Jones, who he committed the foul on.
Yeah, Tyron just trying to swallow up that rebound and just can't get it, so it'll actually be on Alabama, I believe, so Gibbs to the line.
Thought Williamson fouled Tyron Jones on the rebound, but it's actually his foul against Dre, and so Dre will go to the line and shoot two. He's only had one attempt so far. He made that one, but misses this one.
Alabama's 4 for their last 5 from field goal, and I know Phylan's still in, but this is mostly backups here, so, I mean, Oates has to be happy with that one as the backups are finding some rhythm here.
A little commotion there down low between who's going to stand where for this next free throw. Gibbs Longhorn makes it, so it didn't matter. Score is 82-60. Alabama leads by 22.
I just love how Josh is so in the face of his players. I mean, there is not a moment where you could watch him on TV and him not be in the court. He's almost got a couple technical fouls because he's been 2 in the court. And so this man just has so much passion for the game of basketball, and it's just great to see as not only a fan of UNLV, but as just a fan of basketball in general.
Malot's three-pointer too strong, hits the back iron, but tipped out of bounds by UNLV. Gibbs Longhorn hits the deck, but it stays here with Alabama. Malott guarded by Brown at the left elbow, hands it off. Jemison driving left side, foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 more.
You know, actually, Jemison was rated as the #1 player from Connecticut coming out of high school, #8 player at his position, and came from St. Thomas More, which has produced over 12 NBA alumni, some which include Andre Drummond and Damian Lee. So from a prestigious program in high school to a prestigious program in college with Alabama, this kid has a bright future.
Absolutely. Jemison making that free throw there. He has 12 points on the night, now 13 after a successful trip to the line, making both free throws. And Williamson bringing the ball up, scores 84-60, largest lead of the night for the Crimson Tide with less than 9 minutes to go here. Williamson over to Gibbs Longhorn. Floater. It's good.
And I just feel like they're off rhythm. I mean, I feel like Tyron Jones thought that lob was going to go to him. Instead, it's a floater from Gibbs Longhorn. And we've seen it all night, from whether it's Al Green to Kamani Hamilton, Tyron Jones to Kamani Hamilton. I think this team just needs to be better at meshing and better at reading each other's decisions. And obviously, it's still young in the season, but I would like to see that from this team if we're really going to make some noise in March.
Holloway answers with a 3 of his own to Dre's floater. Brown's going to come out. Fleming Jr. comes in. Williamson comes out. Noah Williamson, that is. And Bristow comes in. Taking a look at Holloway. He has shot so efficiently from the field. 7 of 9 from the field. 4 of 4 from deep. 18 points on the night. He's just on fire here inside the Garden.
Yeah, I mean that's what great teams do. It doesn't have to be your star player every single night. It can be I almost said 6th, 7th guy on the bench. We're gonna go with the 7th, 8th guy on the bench.
There you go.
Little new meme there. I'm starting that. The 7, 8. So anyway, when you have that depth on the bench, that can make that impact, especially versus a team like UNLV who's kind of defensive oriented. That's just a great sign.
We'll get a 60 or 70 second timeout here. 87-62, 8 minutes to go. I'll punch that joke in for you as we go to the break. Don't go anywhere. More action on the other side. Welcome back here inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Wyatt, Touchet, Whittaker, Lummus. Thanksgiving's just right around the corner here, just 2 days away. In a few hours, it'll be 1 because local time. It is currently 10:44 p.m. on Tuesday, November 25th. With Thanksgiving, a lot of people like to be a glutton, if you will, and absolutely throw down in the kitchen and eat a lot of food. What are some of the favorite dishes that you like to eat on Thanksgiving?
So I would say my top 3 are mac and cheese. I feel like that's a staple throughout Thanksgiving. I'm always loading up on the mac and cheese. And then I'm going to go, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I'm going to go corn. I really like corn, especially paired with like a good chicken or a good, not chicken, but a good turkey, excuse me. And then I'm going to go with my last 3. Kind of I would say the GOAT of Thanksgiving dishes is cornbread. What about you?
Cornbread. Ooh, that's pretty good. Jeremiah last night said mac and cheese. I can't blame you there. I had this Latino dish, a Puerto Rican dish, if you will. It's called arroz con gandules. It's basically Spanish rice with pigeon peas. It's absolutely delicious. But keeping it more traditional. Tyron Jones misses his first free throw here. He's only shot 51.6% from the line. I got to say some of my favorite side dishes for Thanksgiving, like we make everything from scratch. So having cranberry sauce, making that homemade is so good, especially if you do it right. It's not too tardy, not too sweet. It's just right there in the middle. It's absolutely just chef's kiss. So those would be my 2. But I don't blame you on mac and cheese. I don't blame you on corn. I was surprised you said corn. But, hey, corn is a good vegetable. Corner 3 here from Jemison. And he knocks that one down.
Corner 3.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
Hey, cornbread, corner 3, it's a party here in Vegas. You'd think this is Nebraska the way it's corn. All right, that's enough about corn.
We have devolved this broadcast. It's not quite how Johnny and I do it sometimes. Right here, a 6-7 joke or something. Foul shot on the outside. Malott is going to go ahead and shoot 3 here. And that's Hamilton's 4th personal. They lead 90-62, 7:27 remains. But as I was saying, Johnny and I will be able to call our final regular season game together against Reno. We'll be calling it remotely from our studio here in Vegas. Him and I always have a good time. The reason why I brought him up is just how far our broadcast has devolved here tonight in this blowout lead for Alabama.
Yeah.
But, hey, corner. 6-7, whatever meme we want to put on, we might as well throw it in as well we can. We got 7.5 minutes here left in the ball game. First free throw up in, good for Malott. Second one rattles in as well.
Keep in mind, it's 10:47 local time. I think this is the latest broadcast I think I've ever done. And then I can feel about, I was looking at the Alabama Instagram for the basketball team, and everyone's in the comments saying, hey, I'm not staying up for this. And to be fair, it's, I think, 3 hours ahead, so that would be 1:47.
It's about 12:47 local time for them.
Okay, 2 hours.
Time. Yes.
Okay. So I don't blame them. 12:47, especially because I know UNLV still has class, and so if you're a student, 12:47, not exactly the caliber of team in UNLV. So
Bowen from the corner as you're talking there. They've been able to go on a little run here. A 9-point unanswered run for Alabama. Fleming Jr. driving, holds his dribble on the right elbow. Driving right side, Gibbs Longhorn blocking foul him a lot. And that's the 7th team foul on Alabama.
You know, I think if Malott goes to the NBA, I think there's no doubt he's going to turn into a rap lyric because 21 Savage has a song called A Lot. Kind of sounds like Malott. So every time you say Malott, I think you're saying a lot, and it just reminds me of 21 Savage. Anyway, enough about that. Going back to the basketball game.
Continue, bro. No, keep talking. I like hearing what's coming out right now.
Hey,
it's a lot better than what we're seeing on the court here tonight.
Like how much?
33-point game. Alabama leads 96-63. Less than 7 minutes to go. If there's anything else we could talk about, go ahead.
Hey, how much? He says the lyric, how much money you got, a lot, where you could just say how much money you got, Malott. like Malott.
Or how many points?
Malott, exactly. It works for anything.
Yeah. Malott with 19 tonight. He leads the way for both squads. He's having a really good game. 5 of 14 from the field, 4 of 12 from deep. He started off 0-4 and has been able to maintain a great poise and score the most in this game so far. Floater no good from Holloway. Gibbs Longhorn skips it ahead to Green, almost loses it. Hamilton recovers. Gibbs Longhorn, Dre buries it from deep.
He was open for
now
about
a 29-point game.
He was open for about like 3 to 4 seconds, and I was just pointing to him. I'm like, come on, hit him, and because I know how great of a shooter he is, and he proves me right. Hits that one.
Phylon looking for a backdoor pass to Hannah. Hannah hits the deck, and so it goes out of bounds, and it's a turnover on Phylon.
You know, Hannah backwards. You know what Hannah backwards is?
Hannah.
It is Hannah. So I forgot what they called that. I know it's not a. I think it's. Come on.
I know what you're talking about.
English class, don't fail me now.
Well, jump ball in the court as you figure that one out. Go ahead and Google that one or ChatGPT.
Let me Google it.
Jump ball here. Waiting to see who it favors. It's going to favor UNLV. 5:40 remains. Alabama leads by 29, 96-67 here in the Players Era Championship Tournament. Day 2, the final game of Day 2. And you got the word.
It's a palindrome. I was going to say conundrum, but oh, look at that hook pass. But a palindrome, same as forward as it is backward.
And there you go. Hook pass over to Hamilton in the corner. He drives to the middle. Shot missed. Jones with the rebound, and he's fouled. He fouls Bowen. Actually, they're going to call it on Fleming Jr., and it's the 10th personal. So Alabama, or 10th team foul, excuse me, not 10th personal. It's Alabama's now in the double bonus.
You know, so here's a little history for you. So Alabama had a coach called his first name was Mark, okay?
Okay.
And so in the 2000s, it was the student section wasn't even a thing at that point. It wouldn't come around until I think 2004. And so 2000, just a group of I think Alabama fraternities started calling it Mark's Madness instead of March Madness. And so now I think every year they go into the tournament, it's called Mark's Madness.
See, now I got to fact check you. I don't know.
You
didn't sound too sure on that.
We'll see if I'm right.
So this is just a quick AI overview, so take this with a grain of salt. Quick Google search. According to the origin, the phrase was first used in 1939 by H.V. Porter, an Illinois high school athletics administrator, to describe the excitement of the state's high school basketball tournament at the time, which was in March, and that is now how it's referred to in the Division I for men's and basketball tournaments.
I was talking about Alabama there, specifically, partner.
I remember you talking about this before the broadcast. You just didn't sound too sure.
Mark's Madness, and so
okay.
Even though they had under Nate Oates, I believe the student section still calls it Mark's Madness.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
And it was an attempt to create a more exciting atmosphere in Coleman Coliseum during the Mark Gottfield era.
Well, I am so grateful for this timeout. Less than 5 minutes to go. Alabama has 100 points on the board.
You love hearing my fun facts.
We're going to step aside here on Rebel Sports Net. Welcome back here to this blowout. Alabama up 100-69 over the UNLV Runnin Rebels. And put some stats on that. Alabama has scored 25 points from the line. UNLV only 7, and have outscored the Runnin Rebels 34-9 with points off the bench. Less than 5 minutes to go here on the court for UNLV. Gibbs, Longhorn, Hamilton, Fleming Jr., Jones, and Green. Foul called on the floor against Alabama, and on the court for them. For the Tide, Philon, Hanna, Jemison, Williamson, and Malott.
Oh my goodness, Runnin Rebels. Let's see if we can end this game strong, get a couple threes, get the morale up for Rutgers.
And a turnover there. As soon as you said that, Hanna with possession gets it over to Jemison, who looks for Malott, tipped out of bounds by Green. Great defensive effort. And Williamson looking to check into the game. That is, in fact, Isaac Williamson of UNLV coming in for Al Green. As we look up at the Jumbotron, a fan is asleep in the crowd, and I think you and I both can agree that's how we feel internally right now. Yeah. We're going to be forever grateful to be able to leave here for this late game, of course, and get some food and get some sleep, most importantly. Slam dunk by Philon, getting up and showing his bounce.
You know, both teams have challenged both of the plays, which means that, hey, even though this game is getting kind of out of hand by 30, we're going to still call, Oach just challenged one. He's up by 30 points, lost that one. And we saw Pastor challenge one earlier in the game. And so both coaches obviously playing like it's their last game and that every possession matters.
Ball is tipped out of bounds. And it'll stay here with UNLV. Fleming Jr. comes out. Tyron Jones, or Al Green comes in, Scores 102-69. 4:06 remains in the second half. A blowout here. Loose ball. Philon Jr. going up. Fouled from behind by Hamilton. And Hamilton has just fouled out of the game. And Philon Jr. with the and one.
Philon's still in this game. I'm just really surprised about that because, one, as we mentioned, it's 12:57 Alabama time, so you would think that one of your best players, you would want him to get ready for the game tomorrow. And I believe Alabama's 2-0 in this. Gonzaga just clinched their place in the Players Era Championship. So I wonder if that's the same fate for Alabama here. Only time will tell.
Time will tell. And time will tell us in 4 minutes and 3 seconds what the final score will be. Alabama leads 104-69 here from the Grand Garden Arena. Welcome back here at the Players Era Championship Tournament. Alabama is on their way to winning this one. Score is currently 104-69 over UNLV. UNLV is confirmed to play Rutgers on Thanksgiving Day. 1:30 tip-off from Michelob Ultra Arena.
I feel like everything about this game has already been said, and so what I'm going to do is bring up who do you think has the best signature shoe in the NBA? We've seen so many come out recently. I mean, you got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's new shoe. I mean, who do you like?
Are we talking all-time or just currently right now?
Just currently right now. I believe Cade Cunningham just got a new Nike deal, so I mean, what signature shoe are you feeling? Me personally, I love Jaylen Brown's new shoe. It's kind of got like a rock.
I did see you wear those the other day.
Rock rhinestone theme in it. If you haven't seen them, go just look up. I believe they're called 741s. Space theme. I'm a space guy. So who's your pick?
I gotta go with Giannis's shoe. It's slick.
Ooh.
It's sleek. It's very optimal in terms of look, but it's still stylish just enough to get the job done. And it looks like it's very comfortable as well. 10 seconds here on the shot clock. Williamson on the right side. Crossover spin from the right elbow. No good. Yeah, I think Giannis has one of the best shoes. I think Jason Tatum's shoes are pretty nice too. Not going to lie on there.
Wow.
Holloway driving, kicks it out. Back to Holloway. 3.5 minutes to go here. Jemison, left side, no good. Rebound, Brown.
This is pure hoops right now. You might even hear it from the mic. Just the screeching of the hardwood, the players talking, the grunts, the oomph, it's
belly for three, no good.
Pure basketball at its purest form.
What about your favorite sneaker of all time?
Favorite sneaker of all time? Well, I think it's got to be Jordan 1s or 4s because not only are they a great basketball shoe, they're a great fashion statement too. And I know Jordan has had some moments there with those shoes.
Phylon gets 20 points on the night with that 23, excuse me. And they extend the lead to 108-69. Now after that three-pointer from UNLV, it's 72. Three-pointer again, foul. And it's going to go against Isaac Williamson, who picks up his fourth.
And the bench just went crazy over someone checking in. I'm not sure. I don't even think. I can't find him on the roster. Number 24. Potentially a walk-on here. But the Alabama guys just support each other. I mean, Mark Sears, the guy who was just last year posting all Alabama stuff, of course, on the Wisconsin Herd right now. And so this is just a family. As you talk, Brandon Miller, Grant Nelson. And so it's just a family there over in Tuscaloosa.
And the free throw, the first one missed there by Holloway. Second one is good. Coming into the game, number 25, Jacob Martin. And you see the respect and the support from the fandom here. Jacob Martin, who's not even listed on the website, able to check in and get some playing time here for the first time this season.
He might be listed on the website, but it might be under walk-ons. He's not listed where all the other players are. That's for sure. Let's go see.
And the second and third free throw are good. 2 of 3 from the line. Holloway comes out of this game with 25 points.
Not listed on the walk-on section either, so.
Backdoor pass tipped out of bounds by Williamson for Alabama. So stay here with UNLV. 2:09 remains, and Alabama has 111 points on the night.
Wow. And you'd see that from UNLV normally. I mean, I feel like they average like 90 points a night.
And excitement here for Alabama. Less than 2 minutes to go. Looking to get the ball to Jacob Martin, who's on the left baseline. 15 on the shot clock. Jemison over to Hannah. Rip through, driving right side. Kicks it out. Down low now, Williamson. Pump fake. Shot up and in.
I found him. Jacob Martin only has 1 minute on the season, and that was against the dominating win against the University of North Dakota. 0.0 points. I found him on ESPN.com. Doesn't have a profile picture. He doesn't have a height or weight listed, so as Drake Gibbs Lawhorn goes for the emphatic dunk, little side hammer action.
And a timeout for substitution. Al Green comes in. Isaac Williamson will come out. And 1 minute and 10 seconds remain. Alabama up 113-74.
So Mason Abatin is definitely hurt.
Pass intended for Martin, off his hands and out of bounds. Late turnover here for Alabama, less than a minute to go, and everyone hoping Martin able to get a bucket in this blowout win.
Yeah, only, as we said, 1 minute on the season, so has yet to record a stat here.
The lob and the finish from Hannah to Jemison. It's now a 41-point lead.
Wow.
For the Crimson Tide.
Wow. That's all I could say is just wow.
15 seconds between shot and game clock, and Dre lands the floater. And less than 30 seconds, Coach Oates tells his team to hold up.
Dribble it out.
The clock will expire, and the Crimson Tide lead 115-76 final. A 39-point victory, their largest of the season. And blowout fashion here in Las Vegas, putting on a show offensively.
Gibbs Lawhorn ends with 25 points, went 9 for 19 from the field, and just Alabama just did more. I mean, they put up 76 points just like they did yesterday against Maryland. I think they put up a little bit more, but yeah, Alabama ends it on a 3 of the last 3 run and then a 6 for the last 8 run. So when you just have that continued, basketball is a game of runs, but it's how strong are your runs. Are your runs 10 minutes? Are your runs 12 minutes? And then are those runs consisting of hitting threes? Are they consisting of getting the line, stopping the clock? So it's just really about a game of runs, and UNLV just ran out of gas. My prediction was that they were probably going to get to the 25-point mark and then sort of fall apart, but they proved me wrong. They kept along a little bit longer than that. So
career high night from Aiden Holloway, 26 points, 9 of 14 from the field, 5 of 6 from deep, and 3 of 3 from the free throw line to cap off a 39-point blowout win here in Las Vegas. Alabama wins the final 115-76. The Rebels now fall 3-4 on the season under head coach Josh Pastner. And the Alabama Crimson Tide, ranked at 8, elevate to 4-2. Final score 115-76. The Tide win in blowout fashion. Huge thank you to Program Director Kevin E. Martin, and special thank you from all of us here at Rebel Sports Net. Wyatt, Touchet, Whittaker, Lummus, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good one. See you later, folks.